can lead to damage on the conductor of the overhead transmission line, single parts or the pole. In order to reduce these vibrations and oscillations to an uncritical dimension, damping system will have to be installed in the overhead transmission line. So might we have seen this type of picture for the overhead transmission line. Yes, there are many types of dampers are available, and the basic purpose of this damper is to damp the oscillations, to damp the vibrations, because we know that if there is a continuous heavy wind is going to flow around this conductor, then what will happen? There is a wear and tear of this conductor, and we are not expecting that wear and tear for the conductor. So you have to use these dampers for your transmission line. I ask you the question, which is a material we are using for the damper? So anyone have found this answer? They can ask, they can answer GI, galvanized iron. Okay. Again, any other answer from this? I am asking for a damper. Yes. So which material we can use as a damper? So the correct answer is we are using a aluminum alloy for this. Yes. Now I ask you another question also. We have seen the spacers. Yes, just a minute. Let me show the picture of spacer so that you can understood what is a spacer. Yes. So this is the spacer which we have seen for the transmission line. Yes. This spacer is also act as a damper. Yes. So you have to keep in mind this spacers has the two functions, which is responsible for maintaining the space between two conductors, and also it has a responsibility to damp the oscillations and to damp the vibrations. This spacer is called as quadruple spacer. The meaning of quadruple means consisting of 4 parts. So this is called as quadruple spacer. Now the question is, which material we are using for manufacturing this spacer? The answer is high grade cast aluminium. If you are interested, you can write somewhere so that in the state government exam or in the central government exam, you can write this answer clearly. Yes, the answer is high grade cast aluminium. So this is the answer for the damper. Yes, I hope you understood the spacers and dampers in a simple manner, because the questions are definitely come from this damper and spacers. It is a primary component of the transmission line. Yes. Now we will go ahead. Today we are interested for our interesting point, that is called as a, just a minute. Yes. So this difference we have finished in the last class, ground and neutral, and we have finished the ground and earthing ratio. Yes. So what is the main difference? You have to remember. You have to remember that earthing is related to connecting the dead parts. It means the casing or the frames or the enclosures of the electrical equipment. It is used, or it is responsible for connecting the live parts. It means the part which carries a current under normal condition. So this is called as grounding. Yes, and we are interested for this difference between neutral, ground and earth together. So here you can see this is a 3-phase line RYB. So I have used the color combination also. So let's say this is a star connection. So let's say this is a, you can say the neutral or ground or star point is available. Yes. So from this you can take the neutral point. Yes. So this is the neutral. We are interested for identifying the difference between neutral, ground and earth. Yes. Now what is the point of earth? we have to supply this single phase induction motor. Yes, let's say this is a single phase AC motor. Now from where I am giving the supply for this, I have to choose any one phase apart from this RYB, and obviously I have to use one neutral wire. So let's say I'm using the B as a phase, so it is also called as the live wire, or in the America it is also called as hot wire. You have to keep in mind, in India we are using the color combination for identifying the phase and neutral wire. What is the color combination? The phase indicates with red color and the neutral indicates with black color. But in the America it is not same. In the America they are using white and black combination. So white is for hot wire and black is for neutral wire. Yes, so different countries are having different their color combination for identifying the phase and neutral. I hope I'm audible to you and this is screen is visible to you. If you are persisting any problem, then you can unmute yourself or you can put in the chat box. Yes. Now we have to found the difference between this neutral and earth. What is the earth? We have to connect this enclosure to one point and we have to make it at earth. So this is called as the difference between earth and neutral. Yes, and we know that we have to use the ground wire. Where is the ground wire is available? Where there is a transmission tower is available, and from the transmission tower there is a topmost conductor is called as ground wire, and the material is called as galvanized iron. So in this diagram you can easily distinguish between neutral, earth and ground wire. Yes. So I hope this difference is clear to you, and for the remembrance purpose you can keep this diagram in your mind. What is meaning by neutral, what is the meaning of earth, and what is the meaning of ground. Yes, so this is the difference between neutral, ground and earth. Yes, now from this diagram I have to make one conclusion. What is the conclusion? Grounding acts as neutral, but neutral cannot act as ground. Yes, so you can use the notation also. Let's say we are using a grounding. We can use this grounding as the neutral. So this is a one way, but we cannot use the neutral as a grounding. Yes, now consider the example. How to know we can use the grounding as a neutral? Let's say if there is a, we are using a, yes, we can consider this diagram also. Yes, so just a minute. Okay. Let's say we are using this diagram. Let's say there is only one phase available and only neutral is available. What is our assumption? Our assumption is that ground can act as neutral. Yes. So whenever there is a cutting of conductor is there. So समजा की हा कंडक्टर काय झालाय, कट झालाय. येस, कोणता कंडक्टर? हा फेज वाला कंडक्टर काय झालाय, कट झालाय. येस, जर फेज वाला कंडक्टर जर कट झाला असेल, तुम्हाला काय समजतं की तिथे फॉल्ट हा तयार होऊ शकतो. बिकॉज सी, इफ द फॉल्ट विल टच or if that bare conductor or the open conductor will touch the body part of this electrical machine, then what will happen? If the person touches this machine cover, then obviously he will get shock. But if we are using a earth, then because of the earth, that excessive charge will get into the earth, so that person will not get the shock. Yes. So one can say that by opening of this conductor by fault, there is a possibility of chance of occurrence of the extra charges. But if there is a activity of the earth, one can say that the person will not get the shock. So you have to remember this conclusion. What is the conclusion? Grounding acts as a neutral, but neutral cannot act as a ground. Same way, we have identified one common conclusion from the material science. What is the conclusion? You have to keep in mind, insulator is a big subset and dielectric is available in between the insulator. So all the dielectrics are insulator, but all the insulators are not dielectrics. So that's in the same line of action. So this difference or this conclusion you have to keep in mind. Conclusion is very simple. We have to use the grounding as a neutral, but we cannot use the neutral as a grounding. Yes, because there are a number of questions which can be asked based on this difference. Yes. Now we will go ahead. Now we will touch our syllabus. The first point is the earthing system, the concept of earthing system. What is the concept of earthing system? Let's say all the people living or working in residential, commercial and industrial installations. No person in the earth, no person on the earth is living apart from these three conditions. Either he can live or he can work in residential, housewives, you can say, many of the parents are working in the commercial sectors, many of the parents are working in industrial sectors. Yes, particularly the operators and the personnel who are in close operation and contact with electrical systems and machineries should essentially be protected against possible electrification. मला कळत असेल की प्रत्येक रेसिडेन्शियल, कमर्शियल अँड इंडस्ट्रियल इन्स्टॉलेशन मध्ये जे इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन आहे ते तेवढंच इम्पॉर्टंट आहे जेवढं त्याची आपल्याला प्रोटेक्शन घेणं सुद्धा गरजेचं आहे. जेवढं इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन इम्पॉर्टंट आहे त्याच्यापेक्षा आपल्याला त्या इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशनची प्रोटेक्शन करणं सुद्धा गरजेचं आहे. येस, टू अचीव दिस प्रोटेक्शन अर्थिंग सिस्टीम ऑफ एन इन्स्टॉलेशन इज डिफाइंड, designed and installed according to the standard requirements. मग ह्या प्रोटेक्शन साठी, इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशनच्या प्रोसेस साठी we have to protect, and how we have to protect? We have to develop the earthing system. For this earthing system, we have to define first where we have to use the earthing system. After that, we have to design this earthing system. So today in the morning, we have conducted one experiment, designing of earthing grid for 132 to 220 kilovolt substation. So for that we require the data, and that data should be collected from standard values, or one can directly do the survey based on the environmental conditions, and he or she can found that particular data. After designing, we have to install the particular earthing system. So this is the concept of earthing system. Now we are interested for what is earthing. The process of transferring the immediate discharge of what? Of electrical energy directly to the earth. How to discharge the electric energy directly to the earth? With the help of low resistance wire is known as electrical earthing. So in many interviews, if you are answering in a proper way, in a technical words, so your impression will be get more. And believe me, your first impression is your last impression. Now, what is the process? The process of transferring the immediate discharge. I'm not going to say you have to mug up all the things, but you have to understood everything so that you can reproduce yourself. It is a process of transferring the immediate discharge, ekdam patkan, of electrical energy directly to the earth by the help of low resistance wire is known as electrical earthing. The electrical earthing is done by connecting the non-current carrying parts of the equipment. Now, what is the meaning of non-current carrying parts? It means the enclosures, the casing, the outer part of the equipment. That is called a non-current carrying part, or the neutral of supply system to the ground. In other words, to connect the metallic parts of electrical machinery and devices to the earth plate or earth electrode which is buried in the moisture earth through the thick conductor wire, which has a very low resistance for safety purpose, is known as earthing or grounding. Now you can see here I am using the same word for both these two concepts. Yes, because in many books, in many literatures, they are preferring this word as the same word, but just we have seen the difference. Yes, you have to keep in mind the difference, but whenever we are interested for the earthing, you have to speak about earthing only to connect the dead parts to the earth. That is called the earthing. Yes, dead part means non-current carrying parts. That is called the dead parts. Now we are interested for the next important point, that is called as a necessity or importance of earthing. So these are the 4 points why there is a need or why there is an importance of earthing. The first point is the earthing protects. What it protects? It protects the personal. It protects the personal from the short circuit current. So obviously it protects from the fault. The fault is specific short circuit current. So this is the first point. Why there is a need of earthing. Personal means the operator. We have to take care of operator also, because in one day you will become a operator of machine. Yes, to protect the buildings, machinery and appliances under fault conditions. So we have to protect our buildings, our residential buildings, or you can say commercial buildings. Machinery we have to protect, and we have to protect the appliances, the equipments under any fault condition. So this is called as a necessity. The third point is the earthing provides the easiest path to flow of short circuit current even after failure of insulation. जरी इन्सुलेशनचं फेल्युअर झालं असेल तरी त्यामुळे फॉल्ट तयार होईल तिथे, अँड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस फॉल्ट दिस अर्थिंग शुड प्रोव्हाइड द इझिएस्ट. Why I'm going to say this as easiest? Because we know that earthing conductor carries a less amount of resistance. So no doubt if there is a failure of insulation takes place, so large number of current is responsible for from this conductor can be takes place. So this earthing will provide the flow of this short circuit current to the earth. And the fourth point, the earthing protects the apparatus and personnel from high voltage surges and lightning discharge. 4 points are different sentences, but the objective is same. We have to protect. What we have to protect? Either personal or either our electrical machinery. Yes. So I hope you can easily write in your exam related to the importance or the necessity of earthing. We will go ahead. We will not waste our time. Now the point is what? The next, that is related to the types of earthing. We have seen the difference. We have seen the concept of earthing. We have seen what is earthing system, and we have seen the importance and necessity of earthing. Now the fifth point is the types of earthing. Now we have to develop the types. Why there are types? We know that depending on the application, depending on the requirement, there are types of earthing system. Yes. So what is the first point? The first point is the electrical equipment mainly consists of two non-current carrying parts. These parts are neutral of the system or frame of the electric equipment. From the earthing of these two non-current carrying parts of the electrical system, earthing can be classified into two types. So there are basically the two types of earthing available. First is neutral earthing. So I already told you we can use the ground as neutral. So this is called as neutral earthing, or it is also called as system earthing. And the second is equipment earthing. The name indicates itself. We have to use the neutral earthing. It means that the neutral earthing, the neutral of the system is directly connected to the earth. by the help of GI wire, galvanized iron wire. Yes, such a type of earthing is mostly provided to the system which has star winding. This is an essential condition because we know that for the star there is a possibility of neutral. For the delta there is a no possibility of neutral. So we have to use this neutral earthing for star winding connection. For example, the neutral earthing is provided in the generator, transformer or motor, etc. So this is related to the system earthing. Yes. Now we will go ahead. What is the next point? The next point is related to the equipment earthing. The name indicates itself. Such a type of earthing is provided to the electrical equipment. The non-current carrying part of equipment like their metallic frame or enclosure is connected to earth by the help of conducting wire. If any fault occurs in the apparatus, so you can say that can be a failure of insulation. The short circuit current to pass the earth by the help of wire, thus protect the system from damage. So these are the called as two types of earthing: system earthing and equipment earthing. Yes. Now we will go ahead. There are methods available. So first we have seen the types. Now we are interested for the methods. Methods means the way of doing the earthing. Yes. So first is conventional earthing and the second is maintenance free earthing. So you can see from this word there is a no maintenance is required. But for the conventional it is also called as, you can say, maintenance can be done for this earthing. Yes. So this is called as conventional earthing and maintenance free earthing. We will see in detail one by one because it will be asked for you in the question exam. What is a conventional earthing? The conventional system of earthing calls for digging of a large pit into which a GI pipe or a copper plate. So you have to use either these pipe in your conventional earthing, GI or copper plate, is positioned in the middle layers of charcoal and salt. So you have to remember these two material which we are using for conventional earthing. It requires the maintenance. So this requires a maintenance. Why it requires the maintenance? Because we have to add the charcoal, we have to add the salt, we have to pour the water continuously at regular interval. So it is nothing but to do the maintenance. So this is called as conventional earthing. So you can imagine, so I have the diagram, yes. So you can see over here, this is the earth, this is the level of earth. In the earth, we have to dig one, you can say the space. In that space, we have to use the copper plate or we have to use the GI pipe or GI wire. Yes. So this is called as GI pipe or GI wire. And we have to use the layers. So layers can be of charcoal, layers can be of salt, layers can be of sand, again layers can be of charcoal and salt. So this is called as conventional earthing. And we have to pour water at regular interval. Yes. So this is called as conventional earthing. We will go ahead. We are interested for the second method also. And the second method is maintenance free earthing. We always want a electrical equipment or electrical system which don't have a maintenance. But if there is a no maintenance is available, you can say that the cost of that equipment is very high. Yes, is for earthing system also. You can say it is a new type of earthing system which is ready-made, standardized and scientifically developed. Yes. So obviously if it is ready-made, the cost will be high. What are the benefits? The benefits are it is maintenance free, No need to pour the water at regular interval except sandy soil. But we have to use the sandy soil at regular interval. Yes, we have to replace this soil. Consistency. Maintain the stable, consistent earth resistance around the year. So this is the main advantage of this maintenance free earthing. Because see, if we are following the conventional earthing, then in the conventional earthing, we have to check the earth resistance periodically. बऱ्याचशा घरांमध्ये किंवा बऱ्याचशा सोसायटीज मध्ये ही फॅसिलिटी अवेलेबल नसते टू मेजर द अर्थ रेजिस्टन्स. आणि इफ वी आर नॉट मेजरिंग दॅट अर्थ रेजिस्टन्स ओव्हर अ रेग्युलर पिरियड ऑफ टाइम, सो त्यामुळे काय होऊ शकतं, तिथला अर्थ रेजिस्टन्स हा कदाचित वाढू शकतो. आणि तुम्हाला माहिती असेल की जर अर्थ रेजिस्टन्स जर वाढला तर ऑटोमॅटिकली त्यातून करंट फ्लो होणारा कमी होईल. आणि ज्या वेळेस लाइटनिंग होईल किंवा सडन डिस्चार्ज होईल एखादा, यस, त्यावेळेस काय होईल, अमाऊंट ऑफ करंट हा तिथे इन्क्रीज होईल. आणि तो अमाऊंट ऑफ करंट त्या इक्विपमेंट मधून हा अर्थ मध्ये न जाता तो कुठे राहील, तुमच्या अर्थ सरफेसवरच राहील. सो दॅट द पर्सन विल गेट शॉक. येस, सो दिस इज कॉल्ड ॲज the disadvantage of the maintenance, or you can say conventional earthing. But here we don't bother about 1 year. Yes, so this is called as, it has a consistent low value of earth resistance around the year. What is the third advantage? More surface area. What does it mean? The conductive compound creates a conductive zone which provides the increased surface area for peak current dissipation and also get stable reference point. Now there is one question for you. You have seen the digital circuits. Yes, might be you have studied the GTOs, might be you have studied the MOSFET, might be you have studied the op-amp 741. Yes, now in that op-amp also you are using one ground. Yes, might be you have drawn the diagram of electronics component, and there is a possibility of ground in every digital diagram or digital electronics diagram. Yes, now is this ground and is our ground is same? तुम्हाला काय वाटतं की त्या डायग्राम मध्ये बरेचसे ग्राउंड्स असतात ना, मग तो ग्राउंड हा सोर्सचा असेल. येस, if ground of, you can say the SCR or you can say MOSFET. yes, इथे पण एक MOSFET ला असतो ना, ग्राउंड असा लिहिलेला डायग्राम मध्ये बघितलं असेल तुम्ही कदाचित, ज्यावेळेस तुम्हाला एडी शिकवला गेला असेल त्यावेळेस तुम्हाला आठवत असेल की डायग्राम तुम्ही काढले असेल, सिम्बॉल दिला असेल. येस, आफ्टर दॅट वी आर युजिंग अ रेजिस्टन्स ओव्हर हियर. सेम वे अगेन वी हॅव टू यूज द ग्राउंड. येस, इज धिस ग्राउंड इज सेम ॲज अवर धिस ग्राउंड? तुम्हाला काय वाटतं की हा ग्राउंड आणि हा ग्राउंड सेम असेल का? Then why we are using a number of grounds over here? आपण बरेचसे ग्राउंड घेतो ना त्या डायग्राम मध्ये. तर तुम्ही डायग्राम बघितली तुम्हाला दिसत असेल की ह्याच डायग्राम मध्ये आता इथल्या इथे 3 ग्राउंड झाले. सो व्हॉट इज द पर्पज ऑफ दिस डिफरंट ग्राउंड? सो यू हॅव टू कीप इन माइंड दिस ग्राउंड इज युज्ड फॉर वन रेफरन्स पॉइंट. आपल्याला एक रेफरन्स पॉइंट पाहिजे असतो ग्राउंड साठी. सो वी आर युजिंग the number of grounds at different locations. So if we are connecting these points together and we can form one big ground. Yes, obviously it is used for discharging the excess amount of current. Yes, but it is called as reference point. तुम्हाला क्वेश्चन विचारतात बऱ्याच वेळा की डिजिटल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स मध्ये जे ग्राउंड्स दाखवतो आपण ते नंबर ऑफ ग्राउंड्स का दाखवतो? सो द आन्सर इज फॉर the reference purpose we can connect all the grounds together and we can make one big ground. Yes, so I hope this point is clear to you and these benefits are clear to you. Now we will go ahead. So again there are advantages of maintenance free earthing. So fourth advantage is low earth resistance, highly conductive, so it carries a high peak current repeatedly. So if there is a low resistance is available, so there is a possibility of high peak current, it can catch or it can absorb easily. There is a possibility of no corrosion also. long life. Ultimately, if there is a no corrosion is exist, so the life will be long, and it is easy install. Yes, so these are the advantages. Now we will go ahead. We are interested for the earthing, understanding the earthing system. Yes, so you can see over here, this is the electrical system without earthing. What is the system? It consists of one phase secondary distribution of transformer. So you can see this is a transformer, and secondary of transformer is connected to electrical equipment. So this electrical equipment is there, and if there is a not possibility of earthing, then if the fault, if the person touches to this electrical equipment, suppose if there is a fault which is going to happen inside this electrical equipment due to the any short circuit current, then from that person's body the excess charges are going to flow and it will go to the earth. Yes, so this is called as fault current direction. But if there is an electrical system with earthing, so what will happen? Same concept, same diagram we have to follow, but we have to use this earthing for the equipment. You can see over here, the equipment earth is available. So this is called as a equipment earthing. So if there is a fault, no doubt this fault, or you can say the excess amount of current, will go with the help of this earthing conductor, not from a human body, but from the earth conductor. So you have to draw this diagram without earthing and with earthing. So I have written the same explanation over here. We will read one so that you can understand this earthing. Earthing can be done by electrically connecting the respective parts in the installation to some system of electrical conductors or electrodes placed near the soil or below the ground level. The earthing mat, सकाळी सांगितलं तुम्हाला की अर्थिंग मॅट किंवा अर्थिंग ग्रिड सेम आहेत, or electrode under the ground level have the flat iron riser through which all the non-current carrying metallic parts of the equipments are connected. When the fault occurs, आता fault आला आहे, the fault current from the equipment flows through the earthing system to the earth and thereby protect the equipment from the fault current. At the time of fault, the earth mat rise to the voltage which is equal to the resistance of the earth mat multiplied by the ground fault. The contacting assembly is called as earthing, and the metallic conductors connecting parts of the installation with the earthing are called as electrical connection. The earthing and the earthing connection together called as earthing system. So high important point I earthing and earthing connection together is called as earthing system. Yes, and that we have to develop here without earthing. We have to show the diagram without earthing, and here we have to use the equipment earthing. We have to be specific because of electrical engineer. We are not using a system earthing here. We are using a equipment earthing. And what are the methods available for earthing? Conventional earthing and maintenance free earthing. Yes, so I hope you understood this point of the earthing. Yes, एकदा चॅट बॉक्स मध्ये सांगतात मला की समजलं आहे का नाही, so that we will discuss with methods of equipment earthing and we will stop over here. Yes, so you can put in the chat box if you have understood or if you have any doubt related to this, you can ask me. Yes, okay. So we will discuss this point and we will stop over here. Yes. Now there are methods of equipment earthing. What are the methods of equipment earthing? There is a first method which is called as plate earthing. Now we have to use the plate for earthing purpose. Second, we have to use the pipe for earthing purpose. Third, we have to use the rod for earthing purpose. Fourth, earthing through the waterman. And fifth, the strip or wire earthing. Mainly, we are following these three types of earthing widely. Yes. So we will see the first. Sorry. The methods of conventional earthing are plate earthing, pipe, rod, strip, and earthing through water mains. Yes, same. Now we will discuss the what is the meaning of earthing electrode. कदाचित तुम्ही तुमच्या घराजवळ किंवा तुमच्या सोसायटीमध्ये असा एक पाईप बघितला असेल, असा एक रॉड बघितला असेल आणि त्या कंडक्टर. Yes. So what the one indicates the earth wire. The two indicates the connector. So this connector we have to use, and the three indicates the electrode. No doubt this electrode is buried inside the earth. So you can see over here, the resistance of a ground electrode has three basic components. What are the three basic components? The resistance of the ground electrode itself and the connections to the electrode, the contact resistance of the surrounding earth to the electrode, and the resistance of the surrounding body of earth around the ground electrode. तुम्हाला बऱ्याच वेळा विचारतात की व्हॉट इज द मिनिंग ऑफ अर्थिंग इलेक्ट्रोड. मग तुम्हाला त्यावेळेस अर्थ कंडक्टर दाखवा लागतो, एक कनेक्टर दाखवा लागतो. हा कनेक्टर खूप महत्वाचा आहे बिकॉज इट हॅज टू होल्ड धिस इलेक्ट्रोड अँड धिस ग्राउंड वायर ऑर यू कॅन से अर्थ वायर कंटिन्युअसली. जर हा कनेक्टरच जर खराब असेल किंवा हा कनेक्टरच करोजिव्ह झाला, तुम्हाला कळत असेल की तो काय करेल, त्या अर्थ कंडक्टरला सोडून देईल आणि त्यामुळे तुमचं काय होईल, प्रॉपर अर्थिंग तिथे होणार नाही. सो बऱ्याच वेळा काय करतात, मग जे इलेक्ट्रिशियन्स असतात किंवा जे वायरमन असतात, तो पहिले हा कनेक्टर चेक करतात अँड आफ्टर दॅट इफ दे परसिस्ट और इफ दे फाउंड एनी प्रॉब्लेम देन दे कॅन डिग दिस इलेक्ट्रोड अँड दे कॅन टेक आउट. येस. नाउ you can see this as a real picture. A real picture घेतला आहे. You can see over here, this is the electrode and this is the connector is available. Yes, and this connector is connected to earth wire. Yes, आणि हा earth wire कुठे गेली असेल, आपल्या घरामध्ये जे तीन असतात ना, ग्राउंड, फेज आणि न्यूट्रल, तिथला जो ग्राउंड घेतला आहे तो ग्राउंडची वायर घेऊन आपण त्याला या अर्थ मध्ये आपण टाकलेला आहे. येस. म्हणजे जर तुमच्या घरामध्ये जर प्रॉपर ग्राउंडिंग किंवा अर्थिंग नसेल, सो त्यामुळे शॉक लागण्याचे चान्सेस हे वाढतात. बऱ्याच वेळा तुम्हाला सांगत असतात तुमच्या आई किंवा वडील की मी इक्विपमेंटला हात लावला आणि मला शॉक लागला. तर कशामुळे होतं ते, एक तर तुमच्याकडे प्रॉपरली अर्थिंग नसेल किंवा यू आर नॉट टेकिंग केअर ऑफ दिस सॉइल रेजिस्टन्स. तुम्हाला इथे पाणी टाकावं लागतं, तुम्हाला काही दिवसानंतर इथे चारकोल किंवा सॉल्ट याला खड्डा करून टाकावे लागते, वरून टाकून फायदा नाही इथे. येस. सो दिस इज द रियल पिक्चर ऑफ अर्थिंग इलेक्ट्रोड. येस. I hope you understood this today's point of interest, and next class we will start with pipe earthing and plate earthing. Yes. So till then, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Yes. And I have taken your attendance also. And thank you for attending the class. You can leave the class. Thank you.